Hi, this is Christy of www.giftyetc.com. Right now I'm working on a book called Plannered where I'm going to talk about all the little details about how to use a planner. Not the big stuff like whether your planner should fit in your bag or not, right? We kind of already know that, but the practical aspects of how to use a planner. So for this very first episode of Plannered, How to Use a Planner, we are going to talk about the dashboard. Now, the dashboard is the first thing you see when you open your planner, and there are lots of different ways to use a dashboard. I can't figure out any way to not show shine on this video when I have my first piece of my dashboard, which is just clear plastic. So there it is. And I just have a temporary little sticky note on the back of it, right? Sometimes I have a list for grocery shopping or a list of errands that I have to do today. Something that's portable and has to be done will go right here. Everything else is going elsewhere in the planner. This is usually just clear. And the reason it's clear is so that I can see right through it at my goals list. So let me talk about, I'm going to take that out of the way so that it's not shining in your eyes. And let me talk about why the inside of my planner is so boring. So a lot of people have a really beautiful inside dashboard. And I'm going to show you that later on I get to a part where I have something that I would consider a very beautiful dashboard. And it's one of my pages from my Paris is a Good Idea planner inserts. But that's not the first thing you see when I open my planner to my dashboard. And the reason it's not is because I had to look at how I use my planner and what I use my planner for. And while beauty is really important, and if a pretty dashboard makes you happy, use a beautiful dashboard. No problem with that, right? But for me, I wanted to focus the first second I open my planner what needs to be done. So I do have one little temporary bookmark that I do use all the time to mark little temporary pages in my planner if I'm working on something specific. And then I have an empty pocket right here. I have empty pockets right here. The reason I keep these pockets empty is because if I'm actually going to do errands today or work on a specific project today that requires me to have loose papers in here. For example, if I'm going to the bank to deposit a number of checks, I will put the checks right here. And the fact that they're here will remind me how important it is to get done. If I have a doctor's appointment right here, I'll put the little doctor's note card just that day right here. Now, what do I do with the rest of those papers? Well, what I do is I just put them in a separate little mesh bag in my purse. And so I do keep all those little papers that you need, you know, your invitations, that sort of thing, but they are in a separate little mesh bag. The first thing I'm going to see therefore, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see this a little better, is my goals list. Now, a lot of people keep a capture page right here, and a capture page is a great thing to have. In fact, the next page serves as my grocery list, and the page after that is my capture page, right? So I have some blank paper back here. But the first thing I see is my goals list. And the reason I do is because these are the things that daily must be done to keep my life in order. And they're pretty simple. I'm going to take my meds every day. I work out most of the time. You can see right here I was sick for a little while and I didn't work out very much. Let's see if I can zoom it in even closer for you. That may be as close as we can get. I also journal, do my prep for the next day. That's a big one because I want to go ahead and make the next day's calendar all ready. And here's an example of it, right? Getting ready for me to use. So I'll do my prep for the next day. I'll do 15 minutes of housework or organizing or cleaning off the stove, whatever needs to be done, whatever has the biggest impact or whatever has been bothering me the most. A load of laundry, a load of dishes, cook something, actually cook something, not just eat out at a restaurant, and my blogging schedule where I blog at www.giftyetc.com, 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. Every now and then I miss a day. So I'm not doing all of this stuff all of the time. Sometimes I'm only working out some of the time. But because I keep track of it, it really does motivate me to get it done. And these are really important things. If you can prep for the next day, if you can do a little tiny bit of housework or a little tiny bit of work at your office, It's going to help you get through your day. My dashboard encompasses those things that most need to be done. My dashboard tells me what's most critical. My dashboard gets me through my day-to-day life. And so while others might have a dashboard that's cluttered with things like post-it notes, and mine are just right here in a little folder in the back of the planner, right? Extra papers, mine are right here in the back of the planner. Other people have these things in the front, but in my opinion, having the stuff that has the most impact on your life needs to go in the front of the planner. It needs to be where you see it. You don't need a big pile of papers here. What you need is whatever paper you need today. If you're going to the doctor, maybe you need your medications list. If you are going to court to pay a ticket for driving in a school zone, I'm not saying that I'm doing that, but yeah, you might want to put that ticket right here that day and, you know, really hope for mercy and justice. Anyway, here's how I use my dashboard. Let me know in the comments how you use yours, but think about it. Consider it. Consider whether you want to make your dashboard a place where you focus on what's most important. And consider cutting out a little piece of this plastic and hole punching it and creating a place so that when you temporarily have something else you need to write down, you can do that on your dashboard. It's no big deal. It's easy to do, but it's not going to hide your true goals and those things that you really need to take care of. This is Christy at www.givetheetc. I invite you to subscribe and watch the whole series of Plannered, How to Use a Planner, and get ready to read my book, which is going to come out soon. Now I'm going to go get some writing done.